Not very many players are tied to an organization, quite likely two iconic players that we're going to have in our series that we start today. You think of Tony Gwynn with the Padres, Butch Robinson with the Orioles, but Mike Schmidt with the Phillies and George Brett with the Royals are really the face of the two franchises. Both were third basemen, and on many people's lists, two of the three or four greatest third basemen to ever play the game. Both played pretty much concurrently. Schmidt hit the big leagues in 1972. Brett came in 1973. Each had about 40 at-bats, I think, in their first year of play. Mike Schmidt had 8 home run titles. George Brett had 3 batting titles in 3 different decades. He also had 3 triples titles and 2 doubles titles. So he hit with power in a bigger stadium, but Schmidt definitely hit way more home runs than George Brett. Schmidt also had more gold gloves than Brett. Brett had 1. I think Schmidt had about 10. And so he was a better fielder than Brett. Brett, though, early in his career struggled a little bit, but he became, later in his career, an excellent third baseman. One thing I point to in Brett's behalf was when Mike Schmidt was done in 1989, he hit 203. And Brett still had another batting title left in his treasure chest. That was a .329 average in 1990, and he also had 45 doubles that year. For my money, I think I would take Brett over Schmidt. I'm not exactly unbiased in my choice here, but Brett did have a batting average that was 38 points higher than Schmidt lifetime. Maybe these arguments could be settled in the series that we're going to start now. The 1977 Royals and the 1977 Philadelphia Phillies. Hello everybody, this is Apba Brian with Apba Baseball Classics, and we were ready to begin another 3-game series, best of 3 in the 1970s tournament. This is game 19 in the tournament. The 1977 Kansas City Royals at the 1977 Philadelphia Phillies. Each team won their first series. The 77 Phillies bested the 72 Athletics 2-1, and the Royals beat the 70 Twins 2-1. All right, we presuppose a day off between each series, so we're using 4-man rotations in the tournament, so we're back to the number 1 starter for each team. Dennis Letter will be pitching against Steve Carlton. Steve Carlton has completed his warm-up tosses. He's a grade A pitcher with an X modifier. Fred Patek steps into the box. Let's play ball. 6-6 roll for Patek. That's a hit column roll for the little shortstop. 1-2 is 11. That's a single for Patek. But he can steal on the next pitch. Tim McCarver is a 6 as a catcher, so his chances to throw out Patek are not very good. 11 through 13. Freddie Patek steals second. We're using basic Apba. The Royals are fielding column 2 on defense, and Philadelphia is fielding column 2 on defense. Amos Otis is the batter for Kansas City. Here's the pitch to AO. 1-1 roll. That's a 3, and that's a drive to center field. Otis is not stopping at first. He'll get to second with a double and an RBI. The Royals won, Philadelphia nothing. Here is George Brett, one year removed to his first batting title. He had .336 and 76. Here's the pitch to Brett from Steve Carlton. 35 is a 9 against an A. And that's going to be a single. Oh, no, I'm on the wrong page. That's a ground out to the shortstop, Larry Boa. Otis goes to third. With one out, Al Kellens comes to bat. .312 hitter in 1977, tied with Brett at .312 for the team league. The Phillies will play the infield in. Here's the pitch to Al Kellens. 35 is a 9 with a runner on third. It's going to be a fly out to the center fielder, Gary Maddox. Secretary of the Defense makes the catch, but it's going to be deep enough to score Otis from third. Sacrifice fly out to center field. Royals take a 2-0 lead. Hal McRae. Dennis Leonard completes his warm-up tosses. He was 20-12 in 1977. Larry Boa will lead off the bottom of the first inning for the Philadelphia Phillies. Dennis Leonard is a grade B pitcher, X, A, and Z modifiers. 51 is the roll for Boa. That's going to be a fly ball to center field, caught by Amos Otis. One down. Here is Bake McBride. 52 is a ground ball toward third base, or X. Not a ground ball. Leonard has the X modifier. It's going to be a strikeout. Looking. 2 outs. Here's Mike Schmidt. 45 will be a base on balls, and the asterisk means that he can steal on the next pitch. Catcher for Kansas City is also a 6, so it's not much chance to throw him out. There he goes. And 31, he is safe. Stolen base for Schmidt. He's in scoring position for the Bull, Greg Luzinski. 6-2 is a swing and a miss, strike 3. Go to the top of the second, Kansas City 2, Philadelphia 0. John Watson, a .328 hitter in limited play, steps into the box to lead off the top of the second inning against Steve Carlton. Here's the pitch to Watson. 61 is the roll. That's going to be a fly ball to Greg Luzinski in left field. 1 out. Here is Pete Lecoq. Lecoq hit .303 in 77 in limited at-bats. He had 238 at-bats. 4-3 is the ground ball back to Steve Carlton. Carlton is a rated slow runner, so we'll play it slow with all the slow runners unless we say otherwise. There's 2 outs, so I think we'll say otherwise and just let him run to his heart's content. Bases are loaded. Can Larry Boa put a quarter in the merry-go-round? Here's the pitch to Boa. 61 is a 39. Runner out, stealing home. Others advance 1 base. I will ignore that result. Will not be stealing home in this situation. And normally that result and automatic steals or automatic throwouts, I just first decide if they're going to steal, and second, I give a catcher a chance to throw him out. If he's stealing home, then the catcher doesn't get a chance to throw him out, but I'm not going to let him steal with the bases loaded. Here's the pitch to Boa. 54 is a fly ball to right field. That ends the threat. Phillies leave him loaded. We go to the top of the third. 2-0 Kansas City. All right, Dennis Leonard steps into the box for the Royals, and I just lost a dice behind Brett. We're going to re-roll. Let's fast forward through a lull in the action to the 5th inning.
Perfect.
City 2, and Philadelphia, nada. All right, Goldilocks. Pete LeCoq leads off for Kansas City in the top of the fifth. He is 0 for 1. 24 is a swing and a miss, strike 3. 1 down. Frank White. And Carlton is on a roll. He's retired 10-11 of his last 12 Royals. 1-6 is a 28 ground ball to the shortstop. Larry Bowa makes the play, 2 outs. Here's the pitcher, Dennis Leonard. Struck out his first time out. 6-2 is a ground ball back to Carlton. 3 outs. We go to the bottom of the fifth. Kansas City 2, Philadelphia nothing. Ted Sizemore leads off the bottom of the fifth for Philadelphia. He came up in the Los Angeles Dodgers organization, and there were a number of years the Dodgers had rookies of the years. He was one of them in 1969. Here's a pitch to Ted Sizemore, 1-1 roll. That's a hit column roll for Sizemore. And the second roll, 44, is a triple for Ted Sizemore. He'll start out 90 feet away and does get the tie and run to the plate. Steve Carlton, who hit 268 in 1977. Leonard's not going to walk in this time. I think he's regretting walking in the first time. Infield's going to play back. Here's the pitch to Carlton. 22 is a 7. That's going to be a base hit, a single to left. Sizemore scores, and the Phillies are on the board with their first 2 hits of the game. Royals 2, Phillies 1. Sizemore will play it, or Carlton is slow. He'll play it safe on the base pass. That brings up Larry Bowa to the plate. Here's the pitch to Larry Bowa. 31 is a 9 against a B pitcher with a runner on first. That's going to be an infield single for Larry Bowa. Phillies had no hits through the first 4, but they've got 3 straight hits here. Runners on first and second. Tyne runs at second. Blake McBride. No outs. Here's the pitch to McBride. 23 is a 12. That's going to be a fielder's choice ground out to the shortstop, Freddie Patek. 6-4. So McBride's at first. Bowa's out at second, and Carlton goes to third. 1 down. So with 1 out, Mike Schmidt comes to bat. The Royals will play the infield back, hope for a double play. Phillies will hope for the 3-run home run. Here's the pitch to Mike Schmidt. 42 is a 14. Leonard has a Z modifier. So that is a base on balls. Walk to Mike Schmidt. Bases are loaded again. All right, can Mike Schmidt do something here? Actually, he could blow this game open. Here's a pitch to Luzinski, 3-2 is a 26. Infield is playing back. Batter safe with the fielder's choice. Runners out at second, and a run will score. Carlton scores on the fielder's choice. That ties the game. Now runners on the corners with 2 outs. Tim McCarver. 41 is a 24. That's going to be the end of the inning. A ground ball to second base. Frank White throws to first. 3 outs. But the Phillies scored twice. We got a brand new ball game going into the top of the 6th inning. For the 6th inning, we're at the top of the Kansas City order. Fred Patek, Amos Otis, and George Brett. There's a pitch from lefty Steve Carlton. 61 is a 23. That's going to be an error on the center fielder, Gary Maddox. Fast runner at first, Amos Otis. 251 with 17 homers on 77. I don't think he's a good hit and run situation here because Carlton A would take some hits away on that chart. So we'll hold. We'll see what else we do. He's going to try to get the ball in the air. 21 is the roll. That's going to be a fly ball to left field, but catchable. Greg Luzinski is under it and makes the catch. George Brett grew up in California. Was born in West Virginia, but when they were 2, their family moved to California. George Brett, 1-5, is a 10. Line drive toward right center field, falls in front of Gary Maddox. That's a hit for Brett. And Patek goes to third. Brett can steal second on the next pitch. Al Cowens is the batter. Brett will try to steal. 56, he's safe. Second and third with 1 out. Dangerous hitter at the plate, Al Cowens. But he's followed by Hal McRae, who was second in the American League in hitting in 1976, just behind George Brett. Here's the pitch to Cowens. Infield is playing back for the Phillies. That's a 10. That's a fly out to center field. Carlton's A grade will turn that into a sacrifice fly to center field. Patek tags up and scores. And the Royals regain the lead. It's 3-2. 2 outs. Now Cowens comes back to the dugout, and many congratulations. He got his job done. Here is Hal McRae. 32 will end the inning. That's a ground ball to the second baseman, Ted Sizemore. 3 outs. We go to the bottom of the 6th. The Royals scored an unearned run in the top of the 6th. It's Kansas City 3, Philadelphia 2. Gary Maddox leads off the last of the 6th by Philadelphia. Gary Maddox is 0 for 2 today, but 6 for 14 on the tournament. Here's the pitch to Maddox. 2-2 roll for Maddox. That's going to be a single. And he is a fast runner at first. Dick Hebner. 285 hitter, 18 home runs, gets a B pitcher. It's only got 131 on the card, though, not 2. So we're not going to try a hit and run. Here's the pitch to Hebner. 1-3 is a 14, 2 balls and no strikes. And 23 is a 12. That's going to be a ground ball to Frank White at second. He's pretty slick over there. Throw over shortstop, back to first. 4-6-3, double play. 2 outs, Ted Sizemore. 23 is another ground ball to the infield, and that one is to Brett. 5-3. We go to the top of the 7th inning. Kansas City 3 and Philadelphia 2. All right, the top of the 7th inning is a point of fatigue inning for our starting pitchers. Carlton has, if he has 3 bad things happen to him from this point, his pitching grade goes down 1 level. Luke Wathan leads off for the Royals. He is 0 for 2. 41 is a 28. Ground ball to the shortstop, Larry Boa. He's up with it. Throw to first. 1 out. Pete Lecoq. 54 is a fly ball to right field. Peter Marshall's son is retired. 2 outs. And Frank White. 6-4 is a swing and a miss, strike 3. And 3-7, Steve Carlton held the Royals to only 3 hits. We go to the bottom of the 7th inning. Kansas City 3, Philadelphia 2. All right, Carlton will stay in the game and hit for himself. 6-2 is a swing and a miss, strike 3. Carlton is 1 for 3 on the day. Top of the order in Larry Boa. Six-two is a 26 ground ball to Frank White at second base. The throw over to Pete Lecoq, and there's 2 away. Big McBride. McBride is 0 for 3. 64 is a swing and a miss for strike 3. Phillies are out. 1, 2, 3. We go to the 8th. 3-2, Kansas City. All right, this Leonard is going to hit for himself and stay in the game. Here's the pitch from Carlton to Leonard. 34 is a fly ball to center field. 1 away. Fred Patek. 5'4" shortstop for Kansas City from Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. 43 is a ground ball back to Carlton. He snags it and throws to Richie Hedner at first, 2 outs. Here's A.M.S. Otis. 55 is a 9 against an A. That's going to be a ground out to Larry Boa at shortstop. Go to the bottom of the 8th, Kansas City 3, Philadelphia 2. Mike Schmidt struck out 122 times in 1977, but he also walked 104 times. So he had a high on-base percentage, 393. Phillies need a base runner to tie this game up. Here's a pitch from Dennis Leonard to Mike Schmidt. 31 is a 9 against a B. That's a base hit for Schmidt. And he's a fast runner at first. There was no outs. Greg Luzinski, 39 home runs in 1977. Leonard will have to be careful here. Here's the pitch. 55 is an 8 against a B. That's going to be a ground ball to third base. The throw to first. Luzinski is out. Schmidt goes to scoring position for Tim McCarver. The stretch and a pitch to McCarver. 1-3 is a 14. That's going to be a base on balls. Potential go-ahead run at first. Gary Maddox. That's 2 bad things to happen to Leonard since the 7th inning. Not tired yet, but 1 more he will be. Pitch to Maddox. 51 is a 8 against a B. That's going to be a ground ball to third base. Brett's got it. Over to first with it. Runners move up 90 feet. There's 2 outs. Potential go-ahead runs at second. Here's the gravedigger, Richie Hedner. 285 hitter in 1977. Followed by Sizemore, who hit in the 280s. Here's a pitch to Hedner with 2 outs. 55 is an 8. And that's a fly ball to center field. Amos Otis is under it. He makes the catch. 3 outs. We go to the top of the 9th. Royals 3, Philadelphia 2. George Brett leads off the top of the 9th for Kansas City. He is 1 for 3 today. Steve Carlton's still out on the mound. He has no marks against his fatigue. There's a pitch to George Brett. 31 is a 8 against a A. He'll be out with a pop-up. Pop-up to third base. Caught by Mike Schmidt. Al Cowens. 25 is a single to center field. Fast runner at first for Kansas City. Here is Hal McRae. McRae will swing away. 41 is a ground ball to Larry Boa. Picks it up, throws to Sizemore over to Hebner, and it's a 6-4-3 inning-ending double play. All right, we go to the final 3 outs. Royals lead by 1, 3-2. All right, looks like Dennis Leonard is going to try to finish this game for Kansas City. Ted Sizemore, a pitch hitter for the pitcher, probably, and the top of the order for Philadelphia in the bottom of the ninth. 3 outs to go. Here's the pitch to Ted Sizemore. 6-1 is a ground ball to Freddie Patek at second base. Scoops it and throws to first. 1 away. Jay Johnstone will hit for Steve Carlton. 284 hitter of 15 homers in 1977. 1-2 is a ground ball to Frank White, or X. Leonard's got the X, so that's a strikeout. 2 outs. Larry Baugh. Last hope for the Phillies. 54 is a fly ball to right field. Al Collins is under it and makes the catch. That's the end of Game 1. Kansas City 3, Philadelphia 2. We'll be back with a wrap-up. The Kansas City Royals come to Veterans Stadium and they take Game 1 of this best-of-3 series by a score of 3-2. Kansas City scored 3 runs on 4 hits. They committed 1 error. Philadelphia scored 2 runs, also on 4 hits, and they committed 1 error. The winning pitcher was Dennis Leonard, 9 innings pitched, 2 earned runs, and the losing pitcher was Steve Carlton, 9 innings pitched, 2 earned runs. So a very even game for Game 1. We'll move to Game 2 tomorrow. Left-hander Paul Splittorff will pitch against Larry Christensen for Philadelphia. Star of the game today, let's see, Al Collins had 2 RBIs, 2 sacrifice flies, but I think the star of the game today is Dennis Leonard. He's the winning pitcher. So far in the tournament, Dennis Leonard is 2-0, and he's pitched 16 2/3 innings, giving up 3 earned runs for a 1.62 earned run average. Hope everyone had a great Christmas weekend. I did. Spent the day home alone with my wife. Never a bad deal. So thanks for watching. Have a good day and God bless.